Hello everyone, this is my first video posting for my car computer project. I've got my cluttered workbench here with some different components on it, and let's go over that a little bit. My main computer here is an Asus Chromebox. I put Core Boot on it and am able to run Linux distros as well as Android x86, which has been kind of a cool thing. I didn't think I'd end up with Android. I thought I'd end up connecting to an Android device and maybe displaying the image or mirroring somehow, but I ended up with an actual Android setup here. And here's my 7-inch display. It's going to go in the car. I got this from Chalk-Elec, Chalk-Elec, and they make a great display unit. This is definitely a hobbyist unit, and it's meant to, it gets all the power over USB. The resolution is good, the brightness is good. I really have no bad things to say about this display, and I think it'll look great when it's mounted in the car. And then I've got back here a USB 3 hub, powered hub, and that's going to be the interface by which everything kind of comes into the car computer here. I've got video capture set up to it from a rear backup license frame plate camera. And, well, let's just, I'll pull this out of sleep here and we'll take a look at what we've got. So I'm just pressing the button here on the Chromebox, and then we've got its Android KitKat. And so I can do some interesting things here. It's hard to get a good image of the display from the camera, but so I'll bring up my different apps here, and we've got Camera-Fi was the one that I found worked well for the capture, and here it wants me to go through. There we go. Launches the app, and now we have the live view of my license plate camera, rear backup camera, and let me wave my hand in front of it a little bit here. So there's a live view. There's just a little bit of latency, a little bit of delay, but I think it'll be quite tolerable, and it may be adjustable a little bit too within the app. And so I think that'll work great. The reason the picture is kind of washed out and a little bit purplish is because there's 8 really strong infrared LEDs on the license plate frame beside the camera. And in this room, it's not very light right now. It's dark outside. It's or a bit dark, and it's getting most of the light in the room from those infrared LEDs, and then being able to display that. I would get a very similar image minus the bright windows at night. It really lights up the room, and I hope it'll light up the path behind my vehicle, because the backup lights are not incredibly powerful, and it gets really dark out here. So I'm so far really happy with this setup. The video capture is a UVC composite video capture device, and I got that from Andy at Febone, F-E-B-O-N, and he's got great stuff, great video capture stuff, and he's really good to deal with as well. And I'll put a link to his Google Plus site and website on the description of the video. Oh, now we can see in behind a little bit. We can see my TV, and so anyway, let's switch out of here. So the idea is that hopefully when I go into reverse with my vehicle, it will automatically launch the Camera-Fi app and switch to it and get this display. And then I can, come on, touch screen. So I know it's active. Let's see if we can get out of the app here. Oh, it's just really slow exiting that app. Okay. And we can bring up other things. We can bring up settings here, and I can scroll through it. The touch screen just worked when I plugged it in, which was great. About tablet, and we're running KitKat 4.4.4. We've got a 3.18 Linux kernel. And this is not one of my custom builds, but I've been doing custom builds of Android x86, and it's not that difficult. It takes a while to build everything, but when you're done, you get an ISO image, and you can. I use Rufus on Windows to put that onto a USB stick, and then Core Boot will just allow me to hit escape when I'm booting and select that image and either run directly from the USB stick or install that to the flash memory on the Chromebox. So it's really easy to test. And we'll exit out of here. I've got Wi-Fi working great. Bluetooth is not working for me. I've got it looks like an Atheros Bluetooth setup on my Chromebox here, and it's not really working. I'll see if I can tweak the kernel or be able to get that working. It looks like in the new branch they're using a Linux 4.0 kernel, and maybe device support will be a little bit better for recent devices. I don't know. Also, I'm not sure about sound. It looks like I don't get anything to allow me to set volumes here, so sound may not be working with this yet. There's definitely work to be done in Android x86, but so far it seems reasonably stable, which is good. That's kind of the important part, and I can use the Play Store, and a lot of apps work. That's what I'm kind of looking for in a device here, is to have the app support already available, so I don't have to write a lot of custom apps, although I'll probably have to write a few things to get everything linked up properly for the car computer. I get Gmail running here. I use this setup a little bit. I think it's, yeah, there we go. It just wasn't, the capacitive touchscreen just wasn't picking things up because I was kind of touching it at the wrong area here. I need a better way to mount this display up. Once it's in the car, this won't be a problem. And so anyway, here's what we have. It's so far a great setup. I'm really happy with the different components here. I think this will be a good final setup to use. I've got everything I need to put this onto battery power, and I just haven't really hooked all that stuff up yet. I'm running off, still running off a power bar here, running off AC, but I definitely want to get everything onto DC fairly quickly here. I've got a big, there's my battery. Got a fairly big battery that I'm going to be running off here as a backup within inside the car. So I'm looking forward to that, and I will post more videos once I start getting this stuff, starting to get it mounted in the car. I'm a little bit worried about starting to pull my dash apart. I haven't done that yet, and I don't know exactly how things will fit inside there, what I'll be able to take out. So we'll see about that. But as far as a proof of concept, this is going to work. So far, so good, and I'm always open to other suggestions. If you know about products or you know about software, apps, things like that, that might make this a better experience for a car computer. There's probably some launcher or shell that maybe makes this a little bit more convenient on Android, and I'd be happy to know about that. But I've got pretty much all of my components here, and it's just a matter of kind of configuring and plugging things together to get the setup that I want. So Well, I've run for long enough here, and I'll sign off and bye for now.